Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katherine Young and I'm a creative. And today we are on a thrift road trip in Faribault, Minnesota. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about religion, my experiences with religion, and human rights. And if that just isn't your jam, feel free to skip this video and I will see you in the next one. So that's right. Today we are going thrifting in a church. We are at the Nook and Cranny, and it is handmade goods and gifts and vintage items and antiques. And it is also a community space. And I really just loved walking into this architecture. It just felt really good. It really reminded me of childhood walking through that door. And here we have some of our first handmade goods, vintage items upcycled into bird feeders. Ooh, and we're starting off good with glass birds, y'all. Look at these beautiful glass birds. Now, most of the items here really are priced for the collector, but I thought the prices were very fair. Look at all these different kinds, Viking and Ellie Smith. This is really cool. There's a lot here. I was very tempted by these birds. These are really cool. I was impressed that that was the first thing in the door here. Now, as you walk in, you look up at the main space that would have been the altar. They left that artwork up there so dang beautiful. It really is an experience shopping here just because the building is so beautiful. Isn't that lovely? Ugh, I just love it. Now they had like the greatest yarn stash ever. Look at this side room, y'all. Look at all that yarn. And look at all those amazing wicker shelves, right? Oh, those are so trendy right now. Those you can't find those for under 200 bucks. Oh, this is a really neat room for someone who loves yarn. Now, in the altar section, the first thing you see is local artists' artwork, which I thought was really cool to put up at this main focal point of the building. I love that they're really showcasing it up there. I think that's amazing. Promote local art, y'all. There were some beautiful pieces up here. There really was just stuff everywhere here. It was really a packed space. I loved this. They had old clippings from their town all framed that you could look at. I thought that was just a really neat touch to put a little bit of the local history in the building. I thought that was very thoughtful. And you know, I love me some vintage ads, right? Oh, yes, look at her. Oh, I love vintage ads. The imagery is just so fun. Ooh, look at that lovely lady. How pretty is she? Here's something I thought I would never see in a million years. Look, y'all, it is a uranium glass glowy display in a church. How ethereal is that? So beautiful. I thought they had some really good pieces. I really love the way they did this display. Again, the items here I found really were priced for a collector, but the prices weren't bad at all. Here we have a look at another craft item, and this is like decoupaged hat boxes with vintage ephemera. I just love this. I love decoupaging with vintage ephemera. I thought these were great prices for the work put into them. And aren't those just super stinking cute? Lots of artwork here, lots of vintage artwork. I really appreciated how much art was here. And look at this piece. Oh, I love her. I love that piece so much. Sorry about the glare here, y'all. There are gorgeous lamps here. And Gorgeous lamps are a theme in this video, just so you know. But here is a better look at one that doesn't have so much glare. Look how three-dimensional that piece is. Wow. Thought this one over here, this embroidery piece, was super cute. And that brings us to the first item I took home. Yep, I took home this piece. I thought it was absolutely lovely. Um, this was kind of the time in my trip where I got more than I was expecting. A church group came in to use the community space. And in all honesty, y'all, I thought about leaving. Religion makes me really uncomfortable. I have not had good experiences with religion in my life. And as that church group sat down to start discussing that week's topics, I debated whether I should leave this antique store. Um, I didn't know if I was going to be comfortable being in the room with them. Here is that cute little chain, and you can see the back is really plain on this piece. All the money shot is in the front. But yeah, so that was the beginning of my religious experience in this space when that church group walked in. And luckily, it turned into a really positive experience for me. So let's get back to shopping. Look at all these beautiful little tiny wades and tiny little figurines. They really had everything here. I was really impressed at the breadth of stuff they had here. Look at that cute little llama. Loved that blue vase, right? The color, the painting. Lots of great glass. That piece is really cool. I thought that was really, really neat. And I was really impressed how, like, everywhere I looked, there were actually pieces that I don't know if I had seen before. They had some really great mid-century pottery. I think that's Hager, but I'm not sure. Um, Priced really fairly, really beautiful items. You never see this piece all together. You always find just part of it. So it was neat to see that all together. And I'm a sucker for a good ewer, y'all. Very lovely. Over here, there were some cool handmade vintage upcycles. I thought they were so creative and so neat. I love that. I love the clocks. Very cool vibe on all these. And oh my God, wow, priced so reasonably. How beautiful are these? Wow. Love, love, love. I love all these pieces. Oh, that's so cool. Really, really neat. I am here for upcycling vintage into something new. This shelf I was completely smitten with. Basically, basically half of what was here. I was very excited about. Very drawn to the Victorian vibes here. I love these old Victorian cups. Oof. They all would have been in a set at one point, but I thought they were priced very fair now. There's some Belique there, some slag glass there. There's the Belique pieces. See, the prices are very good. Lots of beautiful stuff. And I love that throughout the store, they kind of group things by color. I appreciate that visually. It's very interesting to me to see a bunch of items in the same color. And I've never seen that piece before. I believe it's Fenton, but it looks like a sleigh, maybe. Oh, and there's a little swung base back there. Lots of beautiful glass. Ooh. There's a wedding basket, probably Fenton. I really, really loved this pottery piece. That stylized mod piece, so great. I believe it is by Red Wing. Love that lamp. Oof. All the pieces around it is gorgeous too. Look at that detail. And this piece. Ooh, this might be a regret. I really liked that piece. Oh, Misty! I found Liberace. I can't believe it. I go antiquing and I run into Liberace. Oh, what are the odds? Again, lots of fun framed artwork. And isn't that hanky neat with the quints? That is so cool. I've never seen that before. They had church pews set up as displays. I thought that was really neat. This really intrigued me. I've never seen anything quite like it. Thought the price was very reasonable. Sorry, I didn't get the mark in focus. Sorry about that, y'all. How beautiful. I love vintage gloves and I love me a good pyrography glove box. So beautiful. Oh, they did the inside too. Great job. And then this little piece above it was actually an original. That might be a regret too. Maybe I should have grabbed that. Got some drawers here. I'm always attracted to these for storage. Some Royal Copley planters, more planters. Love those Victorian buttons. Love all those sisters. Isn't that amazing? They had great planters here. Look at those beautiful seafoam colors, some assemblages. And I love this little guy. How cute is he? He was had some major damage and missing his fishing pole, but he's a cute little stinker. I did like him. This might be another regret. I really loved that mid-century owl picture. I probably should have picked that up. That was really cool. And here's another example of how they put a bunch of beautiful glass together. Love that Murano clown. He was damaged, however, but he was priced as is. Really neat to see that. I didn't realize they made them that large. Beautiful displays of just gorgeous color in those windows. Isn't that lovely with the cobalts? And here is another area where they put a bunch of color together as well. Bunch of blue Fenton custard. Now, these were priced more for collectors, but I still thought the prices were very reasonable. They had lots of beautiful pieces. Loved that piece. Oh, but it had some major damage. If it didn't have major damage, I might have picked that up for my personal collection. So pretty. Got some Mary Gregory style back there. I thought those were neat. Kind of Victorian revival feeling. Oh, and there is a swung vase for all our swung vase lovers. And there's a good price on that. I thought that was a decent price. Oh, look at these lamps. I love the little boudoir lamps. Fair warning, the next part of this video is going to be a lot of lamps. Oh, God, the price was so good on those. I loved that they had a lot of religious antique pieces in here. Because of the space, it really felt good to have them in there. It gave it a really nice vibe. Oof, yeah, those lamps, they make me happy. More pyrography. I'm a sucker for these boxes. And aren't those cards cute? Those are a bunch of new old stock card boxes. What a cute image. I thought this was beautiful. It reminded me of Kim at Oh My Vintage. Love those boxes, right? How cute are those for display? Ooh, look at this Florentine style jewelry box. Wow, that is really pretty. I thought the price was great. Ooh, and I love this religious piece. Really pretty. And look at these lamps. How cute are these ones? Oh my God. They had really cute lamps in this place, and they were all priced reasonably. And I found some Blanco. I don't often find Blanco in the wild, so it was cool to see that. And more lamps, y'all. I told you there's gonna be lamps. But how cute are those boudoir lamps? I've never seen that style before. They are kitschy. And more lamps. Look at all these TV lamps. Aren't they just beautiful styles all set up here? The classic Jaguar, Panther, whatever, big cat. But yeah, they're all just set up around here, all these TV lamps. I thought that was really cool. I like that palm kind of frond one. I think that's really neat. Yeah, these are really, really cool. Sorry about my hand in the way, guys. When things are at weird angles, sometimes it's not super easy to film, but isn't that neat? And last lamp, I promise. But I did love this industrial style one. I thought he was super cute. And then I found it, y'all. The Christmas room. I am so here for a Christmas room in a repurposed Christmas church. Ugh, makes me very happy. Oh, and I loved that little Busilla kit back there. That was pretty cool. Now, a lot of the items in here were vintage, but they were more modern vintage than I'm looking for. A lot of it was 80s, 90s, and newer, but still some really great stuff in here. This was like a room of joy. Like you just walk in and it's just like happiness exploded in this room, right? You just can't look at all the decorations and not smile. So many cute things. Lots of Fitz and Floyd, lots of handmade items. Just every corner just piled with Christmas. I just thought this was such a great surprise to find here at Nook and Cranny. And I see you, sir. I see you. He's super cute. I love this style of Santa. And there's an oldie. Look at that piece. Really cute. I then moved into an area that was a lot of like kitchen kind of items. And y'all, I am a sucker for kitchen items. I love them. I love them so much. I'm drawn to them, even though they don't sell for me, and I am a horrible cook. I'm horrible at basically anything involving the kitchen. Maybe I'm drawn to the items because it's an aspiration of mine. Look at that weirdo cookie jar. That's like a mutant cookies all over. Oh, look at all these beautiful dishes, y'all. Oh, that's one of those spinny birthday plates. Love it. Look at those silly little anthropomorphic guys. Oof. Oh, yes, that butterfly pattern. That is very popular. So much kitchen stuff. Kind of didn't know where to look. And I did pick up an item here, y'all. This one. I pulled it from the back. There's really no markings besides a number. I'm not sure the age on this, but I thought the price was great. And here, y'all, is where things took a turn. I started listening to what that church group was talking about. Honestly, I was just really, really nervous to hear what they were talking about. I didn't want to be uncomfortable. But to my surprise, it was the most accepting church conversation I have ever heard. They were even talking about resources to support their LGBTQ community, and where to go for resources to get pronouns and vocabulary correct. It was really, really beautiful to hear, especially since the generation who was meeting there was older than me. I'm not used to those open ideas and those willingness to support communities different than ours. And I consider myself an ally, and to hear a group of people meeting on how they can do better, how they can change, how they can support people. I yeah, I was super duper blown away. This is the only other marking on the plate. I don't actually know, how old this plate is, but I just thought it was gorgeous. I know it has some age based on the staining there. But yeah, as I walked through this kitchen area, I definitely was listening to the church group the entire time. This kitchen area was my favorite section in the store. It even beat out Christmas, y'all. That's how much I like kitchen things. I mean, look at that set. Ooh, God, that was cool. Loved that. Don't want to ship it, but it's amazing. They had some vintage reproduction here. Reminds me of my grandma. She loved chickens. Chickens and all her kitchen decor. Gorgeous pieces here. As you can see, there is modern mixed in with the vintage, but they did a great job with that. The whole thing has a vibe. Loved these little guys. How cute are they? Perfect for my back in black sale coming up. Loved that trivet. Oh, there was so much to look at. Oh, look at that. Look at the starburst. So many great things on this table, but I really was drawn to this big cheese, y'all. How cute is he? So I did end up grabbing these little shakers. I thought they were a great price, and I'm going to be selling them in my back in black sale. Now, this really was the point where I heard the most beautiful things from that church group meeting. They had talks about questioning their faith. They had talks about questioning their faith and how people interpret it in ways to discriminate against others, be it immigrants, be it their color, be it their sexual orientation, or if they identify as transgender. It was amazing to hear. It was the most beautiful discussion I have ever heard, and quite frankly, my own prejudices. I would have expected that group of people just by looking at their age, looking where we are in a real small town, um, to not be that accepting. And it really reminded me that I have to change, and I have to not instantly jump to conclusions that someone who actively professes their faith is going to be bigoted towards others. And it was just really eye opening to me. I haven't had good experiences with religion in my life, and what I heard was absolutely beautiful. And y'all, I did find the big cheese. How cute is he, right? Oh, I've never seen him before. And he really kind of reminds me of Pixie Wear. I don't think he's Pixie Wear, but he's super stinking cute, and I had to pick him up. But speaking of finding the big cheese, um, I'm going to tell you, I really did kind of have a religious experience there. I felt like I was supposed to be there that day. I felt like because I am losing a lot of hope with the laws that are being passed in our country, that I was supposed to be there that day. And I was supposed to hear that not everyone turns their religion into laws that discriminate against others. And I really felt I was supposed to be there that day. So it was a really beautiful experience. I found the big cheese, y'all. I found the big cheese. And I'm just so glad that I came. I really, really hope you enjoyed shopping with me at the Nook and Cranny. It was a religious experience, y'all. So if you like creative projects, thrifting, vintage projects, and more, this is the channel for you. Stay creative, y'all. Bye.